Whoopi Goldberg has gotten viewers talking quite a bit over the years with shares she's made on The View. Recently, the co-host shared a past involving drug addiction. Notably, the conversation involved a prominent Hollywood family. The View's co-hosts talked about a recent interview during the show. Goldberg is best known to many as an actress and a comedian. This includes appearances in films like Ghost, Sister Act, The Color Purple, and The Lion King. Since 2007, Goldberg has also established herself as a television personality as a co-host on The View. Throughout her time on the show, Goldberg often makes admissions about her own life while discussing current events. During a recent episode, actor Charlie Sheen became the topic of a heated discussion. On the September 10th episode, the co-hosts disagreed with Charlie's father, actor Martin Sheen, and his decision to turn his son in for a probation violation following a drug overdose. Charlie had discussed the story on Good Morning America earlier this week. At the time, he called it the biggest betrayal you could possibly endure. Later, he shared he saw it as love eventually. After airing the clip from the interview, Goldberg commented, in his condition, of course he saw it as a betrayal. She then asked the others at the table if they saw it as a betrayal. Joy Behar disagreed with Martin's actions. As she explained, in my view, as an Italian mother, you do not turn your children in. Especially if they have a drug problem or a mental health problem, you send them to a shrink or the hospital. You don't call the police. Martin Sheen made a big mistake. Your child is suffering, they have an illness, you do not send them to jail. Sorry. The co-hosts continued to debate Martin Sheen's actions. Sarah Haynes was a bit more sympathetic, sharing, "You're not thinking clearly, you're not reasoning." Like he said, I eventually saw it as love. It took him time, cleaning up, getting out of it to actually be able to look at it. She continued, I don't call it tough love, I call it love, noting that some parents can enable their kids by burying the bodies. Behar reiterated, you don't send your children to jail, you call the doctor. Sunny Hostin added, I'm with you, Joy. Sorry, I'm with you. This Afro-Latin mother would never. The conversation continued, with Haynes noting her concerns over enabling. Goldberg then chimed in, I'm sorry, I'm going to shut this down right now. I'm going to shut this down. This caused Behar to joke that she was getting scared. Goldberg added, well, you should be. Because if you don't think they did everything? When I tell you, they did everything to get him straight. Noting it was the last straw, Goldberg added, because there was nothing left. And what they didn't want, and thank God it didn't happen, is they didn't want him to die on the street. So that's why that went down. But you know, every family has to handle this differently because every addiction is different. The conversation took a turn with Goldberg sharing her own past. Hostin commented that Goldberg was close to the story as she knew the family. For her part, Goldberg felt, well, I'm closer to it because having been an addict, I understand an addict's way of thinking. We can BS you like nobody's business. I'm going to get clean, I'm never going to do this again. And the next thing you know, your parent or the person that loves you is like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Goldberg noted that people think that money can fix problems, but she didn't agree. She also had a few words in response to one of her co-hosts. Turning to Behar, she noted, and Joy, if I was your child, I would appreciate that you didn't turn me in. But then you would be pissed at me because I would go behind your back and do something dumb. Because that's what addicts do.